Hey, you guys, welcome back. This topic has been on my mind for a little bit, and as well as another topic that I may touch on today. Let's think about it like this: your word is your honor in a sense. Just like if you was to go into business with somebody and you guys create a contract, you would expect your business partner to honor that agreement, to honor that contract, right? So when it comes to honoring the things that you say, let's say that you want to wake up at 6:30 in the morning every single day, but Monday you wake up at 7, Tuesday you wake up at 7:30, Wednesday you wake up at, 6:45. You can't even keep your own word in little things such as waking up every day. So when it comes to other things in your life, you're already 50-50 in parts of it. So what's stopping you from being 50-50 in other parts, right? And why I feel like this is so important in how it's really been helping me in my trading is because when it comes to keeping my word, me saying I'm only taking these kinds of setups. Like I see other setups being presented that, it looks good, but it's not part of my trading plan. Me keeping my word is saying I'm not taking that setup because it's not a part of what I said I'm going to take, right? And I feel like being super strict on the setups you take, what you decide to risk, is very important. The person you are is who you bring to the trading platform. Going back into your word is everything. When you start executing on the things that you say you're going to do, now you attract opportunities. Who does not want to be a business partner to somebody that is consistently keeping their word to themselves and to others? Because honestly, I do feel like it's the hardest to keep your word to yourself, because letting other people down is so much harder than letting yourself down. Like, for example, you're in the house chilling and your house is a mess and your friend says they want to come over. You're like, oh my God, let me hurry up and clean up. But let's say that they call you back and say, oh, something just came up. I can't come over anymore. You may be halfway through mopping and just drop the mop. And just like, they not coming over here. I don't mind staying in this junky house. So it's like it's easier to let yourself down than other people. So it's attractive when you're able to keep your word to yourself, right? Because it shows discipline, it shows execution, it shows determination to get the things that you promised yourself to do. That's going to leak into trading. That's going to leak into businesses that you want to be a part of, even possibly using the income that you make from trading. And now that you're kind of putting in this positive execution, energy out into the world, now you're attracting those people to be around you, and your environment is everything. Like the people I've been surrounding myself with lately have truly been elevating me. Like the people around me are better than me, work as hard as me or even harder. So it pushes you to be like, I can't be the tail in this group. Like I need to level up myself. Let's be real, we want to be in these rooms, but why would these type of people allow you to be in the rooms, right? So one question that I like to ask is, well, two questions that I like to always ask is, one, who are the people you want to be surrounded by, or the friends you want to have, the relationships you want to have, the man or woman that you want to have? What do they look like? What do they do? Who are they? You can even name specific people. I want to be a part of Earn Your Leisure. I want to be a whatever, name it, right? Now the second question is, who do you need to become to be a part of those rooms? Who do you need to become to have that relationship? Why would Earn Your Leisure want to have you on their show? What type of person, who do you need to become to be able to get those opportunities? Now work towards that. Working towards that, people always like to set goals, and honestly, setting goals are more motivational. They're more motivation driven, right? When you say, instead of goals, let's say this. Let's set expectations, because expectations are more discipline based, right? For example, I'm not saying my goal is to let Bear outside, my dog. My goal is to let Bear outside 3 times a day. No, it's an expectation. Like Bear is expecting me, and I'm expecting myself to let him outside 3 times a day. It's just something that comes natural. And let's say the same thing for your goals. Instead of saying my goal is to have a 40K trading day, instead say things like, my expectations are to backtest for 2 hours a day. My expectations are to track my trades every time I take one. My expectations are to only take these 3 setups. Now you have expectations for yourself, and when you consistently do it, you're keeping your word to yourself that you're going to set these expectations and abide by them. That goal is going to happen regardless. But now that you have these expectations aligned and set, it's like now they become something that is just it's a muscle memory at this point. It's muscle memory. It's just this thing that it's a no-brainer that I'm going to let bear outside every day. It's an expectation that I have for myself. So setting goals like 40K day, it's a goal is like something that's going to happen eventually. But what can you do now? What expectations do you have for yourself now to reach not only that goal, but even bigger goals than that? Because when you set these expectations for yourself, it's like, it's muscle memory. It's a no-brainer to do these things anyway. So when I hit that 40K goal, it's going to be super easy to hit that 100K day goal, that 200K goal. I already have the discipline to reach those things, right? So expectations are more discipline based. Goals, they seem to be more motivational based. And honestly, motivation runs out. And I think sometimes we can watch videos like this and be super motivated and then do things that we wouldn't normally do. Oh, I'm pumped. I just watched this motivational video. I'm about to read 20 pages right now. I'm about to back test for 3 hours. I'm about to go to the gym tonight. And after a while doing that for 2, 3, 4 days, you may experience what's called burnout, right? Because like you were so motivated to do these things, and now that the motivation is drifting away, you're not seeing the results immediately. Now you're kind of falling into that burnout. But if it was never a goal, if you weren't so that motivation wasn't there, but instead it was an expectation to go to the gym. It was an expectation to read 20 pages a day or for 20 minutes a day. If it was an expectation to back test, you're not burnt out at this point. It's just common knowledge. It's muscle memory to do these things anyway. So it's like, I really hope you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. But expectations, they're more for the long run, right? They're more for it creates discipline within your life. So now I'm for one of my expectations, for example, is to wake up at 6:30. It's a very hard expectation, but now it's become something I do. Even like the other day, I forgot to set my alarm. My body still woke up at 6:30 in the morning because it just became a thing for me. Like expectations, they're going to become a thing for you. It's a thing for me to wake up at 6:30 in the morning now. It's a thing for me to go to the gym every single day. It's a thing for me to back test at least for an hour every single day. It's a thing for me. And doing these things have helped my mental. Going to the gym helps your mental. It does. Waking up at 6:30 allows me to have more time in my day, I feel like, because now I get to do some of the things I won't feel like doing later on in the day. I knock out a lot of my things. And even waking up that early, I go to the gym in the morning. So it's like I get that out the way. It also provides me clarity. So when it's time to trade, I feel like I have a clear mind. I feel like I feel already accomplished for the day. So my expectations I've created for myself are setting me up to have these profitable days, right? And keeping your word is very important because you remember the things that you did to you, right? So it's like you're lying. So you constantly lying to yourself. You constantly not doing the things you say you're going to do. You're remembering these things. Really keep that in mind because it's just like, that's how laziness can creep in, because you can say, oh, child, it's 6:30, but you went to sleep a little bit late. Do you really feel like going to the gym right now? And since you're 50-50 in other areas in your life, it's going to be easy to say, you're right, let me just go back to sleep. And by the way, I'm not perfect. Like, I'm still working on creating expectations for myself. And I started small, right? Start small. Don't start creating these huge expectations. It can be as small as making your bed up every day. Let's say I was 50-50 in other areas of my life and I'm not recognizing them. It's important to at least recognize what you're doing and then fixing it. Create expectations to get it done. So if I'm saying I'm going to get out at a 1 and 2, I'm only taking these setups. If I'm 50-50, I can be like, well, just this one time, you know? And now it's like that one time is when you lost 2%, and now your psychology is messed up. I honestly feel keeping your word to yourself is the biggest thing that you can work on right now. It's going to truly help your trading. Truly, because that's going to stop you from over trading. That's going to stop you from taking the setups you know you should not be in. That's going to stop you from over leveraging, taking on risk that you know you can't even handle. Like I personally risk 1 to 3% on my accounts. You're not capable of seeing that type of, let's say if it was to go and draw now, if you're not capable of seeing those numbers, you may close early when it's negative, right? And then it starts going your direction and never even hit your stop loss. So stop lying to yourself for the things that you're saying you can do and when you really can't, right? Matter of fact, let me see. It's a quote in here. It's a quote in here that actually kind of talks about that. It says, it's time to start gardening your life in a way that honors your dreams, backs your word, and gets you to think twice before saying things you don't have the capacity to manifest yet. In short, stop lying to yourself. Your word is truly everything. As I speak, I create. Start speaking the things that you want and create expectations and stick to them to create habits that will help you reach your goals. I like that quote so much. As I speak, I create. I'm saying out loud, I have 40K days. As I speak, I create. That's something that I'm going to have. That's something that I'm just gonna already say I have it. I have 40K days. We're gonna call that the goal. What are my expectations for myself that I can maintain? Don't say any wild expectations. Run 30 miles a day. No. Expectations that you can maintain that will still challenge you in a way, but that can help you, that you can stick besides on a daily basis or however many days you say you're going to do it to reach these ultimate goals you have in life. Done being motivated. We're done being motivated. Motivation lasts for a second. Burnout is real. We're done being motivated. We are expectation driven. Comment down below some expectations that you're going to set for yourself if you don't mind sharing in the comments. But this was a great video. I really hope someone took something from it. Like I said before, this channel, I definitely want to hop into more psychology and how that bleeds into your trading and how you can then get to that next level in your trading. And honestly, even in business, like the trading is not the only thing that I do, and working on myself, my self-development and things like what I just discussed today, it shows like I'm attracting money. Money has been flowing to me easily with effortlessly. Taking these trades are easy and effortless. Like if it's hard, I'm not in it, right? If it's conflicting, when I'm working on myself, I know when it's something is forced. So it's like the self-awareness that you start having for yourself becomes very apparent, right? The self-awareness that you start creating it's obvious where you shouldn't be in something. You shouldn't be taking that trade. You shouldn't be, with this business partner. The self-awareness is crazy. So let's just start off with this small goal that we set for ourselves and see where this takes you. I don't want to be that person on Instagram or YouTube that's just preaching something that sounds good, but I truly want to be that physical representation of what this looks like. So allow me to be that physical representation of what it looks like to stop lying to yourself, to set expectations for yourself, abiding by them, which then leads to hitting my goals. So keep on watching. I'm excited to take you guys along this journey with me through YouTube. And I do post on Instagram pretty much every single day. So if you haven't followed me on there yet, feel free to if you would like. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.